Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Wake Up Wednesday. It's obviously Wednesday, so you already know what time it is. It's time for me to trigger you, to make you feel some type of way, to throw shots at you, whatever it is. As long as it wakes you up from your slumber, then I'm very, very happy. Now, before we go on, I do have to say apologies for my hair. Listen, I just didn't know what to do with it today. I couldn't be bothered. Yesterday I had it all tied back. The other day it was curly, so it's like half curly, half straight. It doesn't really know what it's doing. I didn't know what I wanted to do with it, so I just brushed it back and left it. So please do not judge me for my hair today. I know it looks just nonsense, but anyway, let's get straight into the actual video. So as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm talking about being hungry. As I'm sure you already know, I'm not talking about being hungry in terms of food, but just how hungry are you for success, for greatness, for achieving certain things in your life, for reaching your potential, for meeting all of your goals. Just how hungry are you? Now, the reason why I'm even doing this video and I got this idea was because I'll tell you guys a little bit of a story. You guys know I always love giving a little bit of an anecdote when I'm doing these videos. So yesterday I went to a regional meeting for the place that I've literally started working at. So if you guys watched my life update video, which by the way, if you haven't watched it yet, I'll link it up above whatever side it comes up on. I'll make sure I link it there, and I'll link it in the description box below so you can check it out. Basically, you guys know that I left my previous job because I wanted to focus more on my business, on YouTube, on staying more consistent on all the things that I actually have a passion and a desire to succeed in. So I decided to quit my job. I left my job, and then I actually got an investor for my company, someone that is investing in our business, is investing in BEBB. And then aside from that as well, they obviously said to me, you know, there's a lot of work that we need to do. How are you going to do this without going back into another job? And I was like, well, listen, I've got bills to pay, I've got a car to pay for, you know, I've got insurance, I've got all of this stuff, I've got phone bills to pay for. I don't know what you want me to do, but I can't just not be working because my business is not earning me enough money just yet. So where do we go from here? And he basically offered me a job to kind of do like a bit of sales admin stuff for 2 days a week. And they had a regional meeting yesterday where, you know, people in the region, in their area that work in the business that they work in, come together and they have a meeting, and it's all about kind of uplifting people and hearing people's stories, hearing how people hit targets and numbers, which by the way, some people there are making stupid amounts of money. Like, it's crazy. My hair is really bothering me, and I feel like I'm gonna watch back this video and be like, why, Nissy? So yeah, they share, like, you know, some people that have hit like massive targets and they've smashed their targets. They share how they did it, why they did it. They share stories of what keeps them motivated. People can ask questions, all of that stuff. But one thing that I noticed about every single person that, you know, came up, that had smashed their goals and that was invited to come up and speak, one thing that I could see in their eyes and in their being, guys, was just how hungry they were. Like, that room was filled with people that were just hungry, that were so ready to win that they were willing to make sacrifices. They were willing to work longer hours than most people. They were willing to travel. Some people had been traveling to Bristol, to Manchester, all of these different places, just so that they could hit their targets, smash their targets, surpass their targets, and to ultimately, you know, get to the level of success that they desire and they want. And just being in that room, being surrounded with these amazing hungry people rubbed off on me. I was like, there are people out here chasing their dreams. There are people out here hungry, willing to work and to do what they need to do in order for them to reach the level of success that they want to get to. These people are on fire. They're willing to do what needs to get done, do what other people will be unwilling to do in order to get a result that other people just won't get. It was crazy, but it was so beautiful and so amazing to see. And I realized that this was the driving force for a lot of these guys. Obviously, they had a lot of their own whys and the reasons why they do it. Some is for their family, some is because they've heard stories about certain things that have happened to people, so it motivates them, you know, to want to help people and to serve people. Everyone has their own why, and you guys know that I always ask you, you know, if you want to stay motivated, you want to stay inspired, you want to keep going at what you're doing, make sure you find out what your why is. What is your why? Why are you doing it? If there's no purpose, no reason, no desire, no real reason as to why you want to do something, you probably won't end up doing it very well. Or you might do it for a short period of time, but then you get tired or you'll get bored of it and you'll just forget about it. Whereas if you have that why, if you have that level of hunger from the deep part of your being and the deep part of your insides, I'm telling you right now, you will go out there and you will do what you need to do in order for you to eat. It was being around these guys that just made me feel like, Nissy, how hungry are you? How hungry are you? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice in order for you to get to the stage and the level and the place that you dream of getting to? It's all well and good saying, I want to succeed. It's all well and good saying, yes, you know what? I really want to have that car or that house, or not even necessarily materialistic things, but I really want to serve and help hundreds of people across the globe. But if you're not hungry for that goal, if you're not hungry to achieve that level of success of which you personally have deemed to be successful, you will not get there. How bad do you want it? We all know that Eric Thomas, the wonderful, amazing, fantastic, great guy, I just hope that one day, in fact, not even I hope, I know that one day I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna speak to him and we're gonna be great friends. In fact, we're gonna be very, very good friends. Eric Thomas, you don't know me just yet, but we are wonderful friends. But you've heard Eric Thomas say it before, you know, the moment that you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe is the moment that you will become successful. I don't know if that's exactly how he says it, but it's along those lines, okay? The moment that you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe is when you'll be successful. And the example that he used was, if you take someone's head and you push their head underwater, they will fight. They will do everything in their might, in their spirit, to fight until they can come back up and get some air. Why? Because without breath, there is no living. Without breathing, there is no life. So for them, it's a life or death situation. The moment that you start looking at those things as a life and death situation, i.e., if I do not and cannot get to that place of success that I know that I've been put on this planet to get to, then I don't know how I can continue to live. That's the reality. That's the mind frame. That's the perception that you have to have of all of your goals and your dreams. How hungry are you? Okay? Just how hungry are you? Are you desperate for success? Are you so desperate that you are willing to work and to work and to work, even when you're tired, even when you're aggravated, even when things are not falling into place the way that you hoped and dreamed? Are you still willing to work and to push and to do everything that you need to do in order for you to get to that place? Or do you just kind of sit down and think, nah, you know, I'm not really feeling it today. I mean, oh, I can always do it tomorrow. Or, oh man, you know, it's just too much effort, too much work. No, if you think that you're gonna succeed with that sort of mindset, let me tell you right now, go and sit in the corner and just sit there and just be quiet, because you will not get there. Instead, you have to have a level of hunger and passion and drive and desire. How I see it is literally like a lion. I put up a post the other day on Twitter, and you know, what was the I can't even remember exactly what the post was, but I remember putting like the caption saying, a lion doesn't wait to get its prey, it just goes out and does it. So what are you waiting for? Who are you waiting for? It just means that you're not hungry enough. I'm so sorry, but if you're taking your time to sit there and ponder and just live your life in the clouds and think, oh, do you know what, it's fine, I can always do it tomorrow or the next day, or oh no, I'm not gonna worry about this right now, I'm not gonna do it, you're just not hungry. And I'm so sorry, but 99.9% of the time, you will not get to the place that you want to get to. Is the people that are hungry, that are desperate, that are willing to fight literally as though their head was being held underwater, and are willing to claw and to scratch and to scrape and to do whatever they can do inside of themselves in order to get to that place. Those are the people that find success. Those are the people that end up on top. Those are the people that win. But you have to make a choice. Are you going to be that person, or are you just going to be the person that lives their life, goes about doing whatever they need to do, is quite content with where they're at? I'm not saying that's a bad thing. If that's you, absolutely fine. You sit there, you be content with what you want. But I know I'm not content with this. I know the levels and the places that God is trying to take me. I know that He has great and massive plans for me. It says it in the Word. It says it in the Bible itself. He says He has plans to prosper us. He has plans of good and not of evil. If He has told me in the Word that He has plans for me to become prosperous, why on earth would I try to live a mediocre life? If I know that in the word it says that I've been called for abundance and greatness, just like the King Davids and the King Solomons who left this planet, who left the planet of earth, they walked on this planet and they left this planet abundant and wealthy, leaving behind even legacy and you know, generational wealth for their ancestors and their children. If that was the life of the kings, King David, King Solomon and all these people, why can't that be my life? I know that those are the things that God has called me to be. So me not fulfilling that purpose, me not living up to my potential, is essentially me doing God an injustice. Because it's almost like me saying, well, I could have been these things, but because I was lazy, because I wasn't willing to work hard, because I wasn't willing to train and to discipline myself, to do all the things that I need to do to really mold myself into the woman that I need to become, and to allow God to work in me and to manifest his greatness inside of me, I have failed doing what God has called me to do. And I cannot do that. I cannot lie on my deathbed knowing that I failed to do or to live up to the potential that God required me to live up to. Again, like I said, each to their own. Some people might watch this and say, hell, listen, I just can't be bothered. I just came here to live, maybe to have a couple of kids and to die. If you think that's your purpose, absolutely fine. But if there's anyone out there, if you are out there and you're like me and you just know, you know that God has put something in the inside of you, you know that there is something that you have to birth before you leave this planet, there is some business that you have to start, there is some new invention that you have to make, there is a book that you have to write, there is something that you have to do. Again, I'll make it very, very clear. Success comes at different levels for different people. What I deem to be success might not be success to somebody else. What someone else deems success might not be success to me. So it's very, very objective. But if you in your own mind, in your own being, see a level of success and you're not hungry, oh my goodness, you're doing yourself and you're doing God a great injustice, because you did not live up to the potential that you could have lived at. And that potential might not even just affect you. It might have been that you needed to invent that thing in order to give thousands of other people a job. You could be affecting other people's destiny because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. Please, let's not be those people. Let's stay hungry. But just how hungry are you? How willing are you to work? How willing are you to sacrifice? How willing are you to give up maybe a few hours of sleep, or to give up, you know, doing stupid things that waste your time in order for you to reach your goals and to reach and fulfill your destiny? Just how willing are you? So guys, I really do hope that you enjoy this video. As you can tell, Wake Up Wednesdays, guys, gets me going as well. You guys don't even understand. When I film it so I can speak to you guys, I'm speaking to myself also, which is why I just love doing YouTube. YouTube is like therapy, and it's like the best motivator of life, because when I'm talking to you guys, I'm talking to myself. We're in this together, guys. But I'm gonna ask you that question one more time. How hungry are you? Because let me tell you right now, there are people in this world that are hungry and they're getting it and they're making things happen. Like, being surrounded by all of these amazing people has been so incredible, because everyone is so big-minded, and I have such a big mind as well. So it's incredible when you're around like-minded people, because you just feel like, oh my gosh, this is possible, it can happen, and you stay motivated. But when you're around really small-minded people, or people that just have, you know, very limited expectations of themselves, sometimes it can be a bit disheartening, because it doesn't push you, it doesn't pull that greatness out of you. Whereas where I've just started, and at that specific meeting yesterday, oh my goodness guys, it was just, it blew my mind at how amazing all those people were and how hungry they were. And as a result, it made me more hungry, because I was just like, these guys are getting it, these guys are making moves, I have no excuse. So I thought I'll share that with you today, and hopefully that also motivates you to feel, do you know what, no, I need to get hungry. If I need to go into that place, and sometimes you need to go into a place of starvation in order for you to be so hungry. For different people that might be different, but for you it might mean you need to go into a place of fasting and prayer. For you it might mean you need to go into a quiet place where you just don't speak to people for a little while. For you it might mean coming off of social media, where you're indulging and spending so much time on social media that you're forgetting your focus and your goals. Wherever that starvation space looks like for you, sometimes you need to go into that space so that you can become so hungry, so that when you come out of that place, you're just charging and you're running and you're doing all the things that you need to do to make those things happen. But stay hungry, stay passionate, stay focused on what you're trying to do, and let's just get it, man. There's, oh guys, there's so much for us to do on this planet. God has called us to be so great and so wonderful and so mighty. So who are we to now be living small lives? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. So let's live our best lives and let's do what we were called to do, okay? But anyway, enough of me rambling. I love you guys always. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and of course I'll see you guys again next week for another Wake Up Wednesday, and I promise you I'll fix up my hair next time. I won't, yeah, I'll fix it up for you guys next time. Stay beautiful.